Okay everyone, welcome to our first AMA Online Black Belt Club. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining us today. Guys, we recognize what's happening with our society, what's going on. You've probably been watching your regular class curriculum as well. Guys, Black Belt Club is where we take it a step up. We're going to be practicing our patterns, our weapons, and some of our creative kicks today. Guys, we're going to work on all these different element sections for today. Today we're going to be working with our karmas. Now, this is a really fun part of Black Belt Club, we all know. You might not have your own set of karmas at home. So what could you use instead? Have a look around the house. Maybe go to the kitchen, grab a couple of wooden spoons. Similar size, similar weight. There's a lot of things we can learn to do. Now, what we want to start by doing in any weapons section is making sure that we're safe. Whether it be a wooden spoon, whether it be a pen in your hand, whatever you're using, let's make sure we follow a couple of simple safety rules. Number one, there's probably going to be a pointy end to it. Keep that end away from your eyes and away from you. Always we want to make sure that we're aiming straight. Most important thing we can be doing with weapons is learning our stance and our control. Remember the point of a weapons program at our school. It's an extension program. We're going above and beyond where we do in normal classes because this is Black Belt Club, learning the spirit and attitude of a black belt. So when we do weapons, it's an extension of your body. Let's start by learning a basic pattern. This is our level 1 karmas. It's a great one to start with. It's only got 5 moves. You can copy along at home. Starting in chariot, kinhe, chumbi. Your left leg will step to the side. I am your mirror. We're going to step our leg out into a long stance. Your left leg will step this side. Step out into a long stance. We do a high block. Follow it up with a punch. Bring this arm, chamber it in. We go strike. And we bring the other hand across. Punch. Chop. Now we're going to spin in the direction of our chop. Spin. And double punch. Nice deep long stance. Let's do that one more time. Ready? Step out. We go high block. Punch. Strike, punch, chop, spin, and double punch. I'm going to do it facing backwards now because that way you can copy my footwork and speed as well. Ready? Start in chumbi, step out, we go high block, punch, strike, punch, chop, spin, double punch. Now for those of you who are getting ready for your black belt in June, well, your first stand that is, you're going to need to get tested on karmas. So let's make sure we know the angles we're aiming for, because this is the first stand requirement, is the angles at which we strike. All karma strikes will go to 45 degrees, and straight ahead. Copy along one more time. Here's my level plane, 180. I step to 45, we go high block. Punch to 45, strike to the other 45, punch to 45, chop, I'm going to spin, and double punch forwards. There's our level 1. Let's have a little bit of fun with the karmas. It's always good when you do a weapon, we learn our content, now let's practice a little bit of a trick. First thing we're going to do, try and find the balance point of your weapon. If it's a karma, it's normally around where the top of the tape is. You'll notice, I've got one finger holding that. If you've got a wooden spoon, there will be a point at which on that spoon you hold one finger, you're balancing a pen, you can balance it too. And let's move it around a little bit. Try not to drop it. This is the first challenge. It's not an easy one, guys. I want you to move around. If you mastered one, watch this. Let's get 2 going at once. This is a real good test of balance. Move them around a little bit. That's it. This is good to keep yourselves active at home, isn't it? It's good fun. Okay, let's move on to the next section. Now that we've got that balance, what we're going to try and do, 2 options. Number 1, from that balanced position, we're going to lift the karma. It's going to leave our hands, do a little spin and a catch. Same with the other side. Lift, spin and catch. This is a nice basic way to start learning. The karma is spinning backwards. If that's easy for you, we want to step it up a level. From your balanced position, we're going to lift and spin, but it never leaves our finger. It's going to do one full rotation of our finger and then we catch it. But you're not allowed to cheat and use 2 hands. Have a look. 1. Just like that. So from here, one more time, I've got it in my balanced position. I lift and it spins across my finger. That's a backward spin. You can always do forwards. Well done on mastering the backwards roll. If you want to attempt a forwards roll, very simple. In a backwards roll, we started where the grip was. What I'm going to do is just adjust my grip a little bit lower. You'll notice this is where you land. If you do a backwards roll, you land a little bit lower. This is where you go to do a forwards roll. So you let gravity take it, it drops forward, and you spin around. Once you've done that, spend a couple of minutes here, guys, because it's always really good to try and find that balance point 1 and 2 so you get good at spinning both directions. Let's spend a couple of minutes trying to get that now. Well done. Okay, guys, now what we're going to do is move on to our level 2 hand routine with karmas. This is a really good way to get our body and moving into the correct stances. Let's go through it together. We're going to step out into our 45-degree stance. Remember, for round 1, I'll always mirror you. We step out, we do our high block, then I'm going to do my punch. Now we need to switch stance into a 7 strike. 1, switch back and do another one. 2, then we do our strike, punch, chop, spin, and double punch. You can see this is very similar to before. I'm going to do it this way this time, the same direction as you. Try and copy my footwork and stances along at home. Let's go. We can step out, high block, then 7 strike, punch, strike, punch, chop, spin, double. Let's do it one more time together. Ready? Go. High block. 7 strike, punch, strike, punch, chop, spin, double punch. Excellent, guys. Now that's a really good combo to work on. Work on that one 5 times in your own time. Let's try and make it faster every single time. If you are a black belt, it is crucial you get good, strong, long stances and change your feet at the right time. Work on it and check those feet. Okay, guys, now that we've done our level 2 hand combo, let's work on another little trick. This is a really nice one. We're going to need it for level 3. This is called the wrist roll. What I want you to do is pinch your karma, or whatever you're using at home to do it. Pinch it between your thumb and second finger, just like this. Okay? What we're going to do, this is the move. It's called a wrist roll. Okay, so we're flicking it in a little circle, just like this. How I do that, I start by identifying the bottom of my karma. I'm going to bring the bottom of the karma in towards me. I'm going to turn my hand upside down and let the karma draw a circle out. Watch side on. Draw the bottom of the karma in towards me. Turn my hand up and push away. Try and keep the circle nice and tight and then start to relax your wrist. Once you have it, try and smooth it out. You can even try a double wrist roll where you might try 2 at once. Once you have that, try it with 2 hands. We want to build this skill. So we're starting to get the karma to relax and roll through your hands. Take as long as you need here to get the hang of this one. It's a great skill to have and will let us do level 3 together. All right, let's move on to our level 3 karmas now. This will be the last level we're working up in today's session. Level 3 karma starts with our really great wrist rolls. So ready? Copying me. We're going to step out this direction. We do an X with the karma. Bring it to our shoulders. Then a double wrist roll. Same time, both hands. Double wrist roll, finishing strong and low. Step out to 45. High block, 7 strike. Switch your stance. 7 strike, punch, strike, chop under the strike. Notice both karmas are the same here. Just like this. Replace it with another strike. Punch again, chop, spin, double punch that front target. Let's do one more time together. Ready? X, shoulders, double wrist roll. High block, 7 strike, punch, strike, chop, strike, punch, chop, spin, double punch. Great work, everyone. Let's have a couple of minutes to practice in our own time and we'll move on to the next section. Well done today. Okay guys, welcome to section 2 of our Black Belt Club online learning class. Today, we're joined by Mr. Harrison. Now, a lot of you guys have seen him at either belt promotions or every week in your classes. He's a great assistant. He does a great job in classes helping you. And if you've ever seen him kick, he's got some awesome kicks. He's here today to help us do our black belt pattern. And for those black belts looking to extend your skills, choreo as well. Now, I'm going to talk our way through it. He's going to show us, and at certain stages, we'll come through together. Now, Mr. Harrison, let's start all the way back here. What we're going to do is we're going to start by going into our chumbi position. This is our ready stance to do our pattern. We start in chariot, and then our left leg will step to the side. We breathe in, and we push our hands down in front of us, just like this. Ready? Chumbi. Perfect. Now, you'll notice there he's mirrored you, so that's your left on that side. We're going to do the pattern completely normal, moving forwards in our stances all the way, and we're going to do it 2 times. We'll do it one to the camera so that they can copy how wonderful you are, and then one this way. Let's do move 1 first. Ready? Move 1. So we come forward. Notice he's tucked into a great back stance. His weight's on the back leg, and he's performing a normal double blocking technique with his arms. Watch the transition to move 2. Move 2. His front leg has moved forward to elongate his stance. He's in a great, this is called our long stance. The back foot's at 45 degrees, front foot straight ahead, hand chambered to his belt, and a strong punch out the front. 3, jumping snap kick, inner form block. This is good, and he's also throwing move 4, the double punch in there. Now, there's a part here that I want you guys to focus on, especially beginners. This is one of the most important parts of this kick. Let's move back to do the double snap again. This is a double snap, not just a jumping snap. When you do it, you need to extend 2 kicks, one low and high, and here's the really tricky part. When you watch Mr. Harrison, he's gonna land in that block at the same time as landing. Let's have a little look. 3. Perfect. Then he throws the double punch, move 4. Excellent. Use of shoulders is really important to get a strong pattern. Move 5. We step forward in that great long stance again. We've got that strong punch again, chambered to the belt with the hand. If you're a beginner, feel free to rewind, go back and do this section till you feel you're really confident. Everyone, let's move on. Move 6. The back leg will transition behind us and we perform a middle and low block at the same time. His head positions towards the low block, looking to where he's going next. Move 7. We transition our weight forwards. We grab and we do a forward punch where we're rotating our arms through into an uppercut. Notice we're just at the shoulder height here. Move 8, step over, step out, mountain block. This is what you call a middle block and low block at the same time. We've got this awesome middle block technique and lower block technique again, looking towards the low block. Move 9, again with a grab and an upper punch. Transition that body weight forward. We've got in a long stance, your front knee over your toes and your back leg out to 45 degrees. Move 10, we're gonna step our right leg towards me, get into that great back stance, same as move 1, this time with a double knife hand guarding block. If you're a purple belt, you'll know this is your first hand technique from grading. Move 11, we transition our front foot forward and execute a strong punch. There we go, perfect. Move 12, snap kick, step back, and this is an arm break. This is a very important technique. A lot of us do this quite low. It's important that we're doing it at the correct height. It should be roughly at the same height as your belly button for most of us. How we know we're doing this correctly, Mr. Harrison, can we transition side on and face that way for this move? There we go. How we know we're doing this one correctly? Let's look at what this move would actually be. Most black belts actually don't quite get this one. Imagine I'm trying to throw a punch towards Mr. Harrison. He catches my hand. With this hand, he pulls it to his belt and bang, right onto that elbow. Did you see that? And that's exactly where the point of that arm is. This is great. Let's go back to the front again. We're in move 12. Now, if you are any belt up to and including red 3, this is where you'll go up to in your belt promotion. Feel free to rewind and go through that again and again until you feel like you're getting some mastery behind this technique. Once you have, feel free to move on. For everyone else who's Chodan and black belt, let's continue. Move 13. We move our body weight across. We're in what's called cat stance. You'll notice he's got his heel off the ground, his weight's on the back leg, performing that double knife hand guard again. Next move, 14. We do our snap kick, our punch, and then come back to perform another elbow break, and all the while sliding back into cat stance. Move 15. We transition across. Now, we're in our cat stance on the other side. This is a complete replica of what we did there, facing the other way. Next move, 16. Snap kick, punch in long stance, come back to that cat stance to block. Fantastic. Move 17, we're moving towards me now. A double lower form block. Now, he's in his back stance, all his weight's here. If your back leg's hurting a little bit, you're doing it really well. It's got to be a strong move. Move 17, our scissor kick. This is 18 now. Snap, switch snap, landing in that block, just like move 3. Next move, 19 is our double punch. Good, 20. We're going to move our body all the way around into a knife block position. Look at that weight on the back leg. This is our back stance again. And most important technique here is that hand on the belt. This is crucial. Move 21, elbow in long stance. Hammer fist, hitting down just like this and punch. Move 22, We transition into that back stance again. Notice he didn't bring his feet together, he just turned and opened out. Move 23, elbow, hammer fist, and punch. Fantastic, well done, Mr. Harrison. Now, we're gonna do it one more time, but we're actually gonna face this way. I want you guys to go and do it again. We're gonna do it a little bit faster though. We're gonna count. If you need to pause because you're still learning that section, feel free to rewind and copy along with us. Let's do it facing this way this time, Mr. Harrison, towards me. Ready? Chariot and Kinye. Good, let's move up just one more little step. Perfect, and Chumbi. Excellent. 1, 2, it's into that punch. 3, here's the scissor kick. Landing in the block. 4, double punch. 5, step punch. 6, he's going to move into that mountain block. 7, grab and upper punch. Good. 8, step over, step out. 9, grab and upper punch. 10, step around, double knife hand guard. 11, punch. 12, snap kick, step back, break. 13, double knife hand guard. 14, snap kick, punch, break. 15, double knife hand guard. 16, snap kick, punch, break. 17, double lower form block. 18, scissor kick, snap, switch snap. 19, double punch. 20, knife block. 1, elbow, hammer fist punch. 2, knife block. 3, elbow, hammer fist punch. And Kuman. Well done. Everyone at home, great job copying along with Mr. Harrison. You've done it really well there. If you need to go back and practice 1 or 2 more times on the black belt pattern, let's do it, guys. Let's have a couple of minutes again working on that pattern now. Well done. Okay guys, now that you've had a chance to practice the black belt pattern, I want you to try and have a look at the speed of Mr. Harrison, his timing. This is what we're aiming for if you're going to be a competition patterns event. So what we want to do now, try and copy the same speed and timing as Mr. Harrison. I'm not even going to count this round. Your job's to try and copy him just by watching. See if you can get your timing right. Mr. Harrison, Chariot, Kinye, Chudi. Excellent. And in your own time, C-sharp. And come on. Well done, Mr. Harrison, and well done to you at home. If you want to have another go trying to keep up with him, remember, it's not about beating him. Try and go at the same speed the whole way through, rewind and do it again. Okay everyone, welcome back. Now we're getting into some really advanced black belt content. Now, if you're a colored belt, my advice is master the black belt pattern before you move on to this one. We don't want to be half good at one, half good at the other. Let's get really good at one before we move on to the next. This is for those who are black belts or would really like to extend themselves if you've mastered that first skill. Now, this next pattern is called Choreo. You need to master it in the first dance so that you are very good at it by the time you go for second dan. And we're going to break this one down for you. I'm joined by Mr. Harrison again so that we can break down this technique for you and do it really well. Mr. Harrison facing the camera, Chariot, Kinye, good, Chumbi. This is the first difference, you'll notice. Look how he brought his hands up. He had them in, they came up near his body. He breathed in. He breathes out and he turns. This is his focus. You can see the height of the hands. This is where a lot of people go wrong. It's like you're blowing your nose and then you push out from there. That's the height we should be at, but it's not what it represents. It represents focus. So this is the mind getting strong. Move 1. Ready? 1. So our double knife hand guarding block in back stance. We've moved 90 degrees to our left. Move 2. Double side kick. Low, high, strike punch, block. There's a lot in that move. Let's do that one more time. Ready? We're sitting move 1. Move 2. Let's do this a little bit of slow motion if we can. I know it's hard, Mr. Harrison. Let's do our side kick low. Now he fully rechambers. Side kick high. Fully rechamber, land in a strike. This is a great long stance to land in. Then he throws his punch. Then he slides back and does an inner form block. He's in back stance. Move 3. Ready? He's turning around, double knife hand guard. Move 4. Double side kick, low high, mirror of the other time. Then we land in long stance, strike, punch, and block. Notice that hand on the belt. He's got one hand in a great inner form block, the other hand's on the belt. Let's move on. Move 5. We do our low strike and choke. Move 6. Snap kick, strike, choke. He's landing in that long stance. Move 7. Snap kick, strike, choke. Move 8. Snap kick and break the knee. He's got a great long stance here. And this arm's capturing the leg while this one performs what's called a knee break. We're going to move one more step towards you here as we turn and face me. Move 9, step forward, and he's doing a double block here. So it's a strong position. Move 10, snap kick, break the knee. So it's a mirror of what we did before. He's in a great long stance, he's got his arm positioned high, and his hand is out strong. Move 11, block. Move 12, we step our right leg behind ourselves into a great horse riding stance. He's got his hand on his belt, he's got his knife hand blocked, so he's protected across multiple times. Move 13, slow motion. Our hand will turn. We capture, we straighten by punching. Now this is a very important skill. A lot of black belts don't get this right. The fist is like a normal punch. We don't punch this way, we turn across. Mr. Harrison, you ready? Let's do it this way. Those at home, try and keep up with us. If we get to a section and you're like, wow, what just happened? Rewind, go back, learn the basics, and then try this one again. Ready? Chumbi. Very good. 1, 2, double side kick, beautiful. 3, 4, double side kick, strike, punch, block. 5, low strike, choke. 6, snap kick, strike, choke. 7, snap kick, strike, choke. 8, snap kick, break the knee. 9, step forward, turn, block. 10, snap kick, break the knee. 11, block. 12, step around, knife block, punch. 13, side kick, groin thrust. 14, low block. 15, block, elbow. 16, knife block, punch. 17, step, side kick, groin thrust. 18, low block. 19, step, elbow. 20, feet together. Breathe. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, strike, strike. 22, chop, strike. 23, chop, strike. 24, chop, and command. Very well done. I hope you at home tried to keep up with that pace. That's a good pace. It's a nice way to count. For those who want to extend themselves further, Mr. Harrison, we're going to invite you back facing the camera one more time. Let's do it in your own time now. This is for those more advanced belts who need to do this in their grading. If you're a 3rd Dan or above, you will be asked, or an adult, to do this in your own time. Ready, Mr. Harrison? Chariot, King Air, Chumbi. And see, shut. And command. Well done, Mr. Harrison, that was great. Those at home, try and keep up with that speed. Rewind if you weren't quite on at the same speed. Rewind, try again, and go through it again. Well done. That's your pattern section of this Black Belt Club class. Go and get a quick drink. Okay guys, welcome back to our final section of Black Belt Club. This is our kick section. We're joined by Mr. Harrison again. Got some great kicks coming up. Now, today, it's all about balance. Balance is a really key requirement to being a great martial artist. It's something you need to build throughout your coloured belts in order to achieve your black belt and beyond. So what we're going to start off with is our balancing techniques that come from our coloured belt system, and we're going to see how they improve throughout the Black Belt Club curriculum. So we're starting our guarding stance, Mr. Harrison. What we're going to do, let's start everyone at home by doing one turning kick. Nice and high, just like this. Good, copy along. Let's do it one more time. I want you to do it too. One, nice and high. Fantastic, this is Black Belt Club, that's why we're not kicking low. Now, we can drop the height a little bit while we're learning this skill. If you're a black belt or a senior belt who's mastered it, we're gonna do this high. Let's try 2 turning kicks without landing, Mr. Harrison. 1, 2, fantastic. How did you go at home? Do it one more time. 1, 2. You can choose your favorite leg for this one because I know some of us like our left leg too. Let's try and up the skill. Let's go to 3. 1, 2, 3. What belt does 3? Green belt. A couple of you might be green belts trying this move. Now, let's make it 5. This one's where balance is going to become an issue. Let's have a go, Mr. Harrison. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's doing this really well. I'm going to give you a little tip at home because I know a few of you, when you try and kick as high as him, will be a little bit off balance. Here's a little trick. Mr. Harrison, can you go into your balanced chambered turning kick position and hold for me? Now, if you want a secret on not falling over, this hand, the back hand, let's put it near the front shoulder. Front arm, let's have it horizontal. If you start to overbalance this way, you just twist the arm back. If you start to overbalance that way, you bring it here. And this gives you a good core stability because this arm and this leg are in the same position. You can relax now, Mr. Harrison, that's amazing holding that. Now, here's our Black Belt Club goal. In 30 seconds, let's see how many you can do. We'll get Mr. Harrison to go for just 10 seconds. Let's set a record for 10 seconds, Mr. Harrison, and see if anyone can beat you. Let's give them 30 seconds though. All right, 10 seconds, Mr. Harrison, you keep count. Ready? Go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time! How many did you get, Ms. Harrison?
31.
31. All right, guys, now you have 30 seconds. That's more than 1 a second. Good luck. Try and beat 31. See how you go. We'll see you guys in a minute. Okay, how did you go? Did you beat 31? 31's not an easy target to beat. Now, for the next round, Mr. Harrison, let's take that chambered turning kick position, and I want you to drop the number. We're not going to do 31. Let's just do 10. Now you might be thinking 10, that's easy. There's a trick. We've got to do all 10 spinning in a circle until you land all the way back around. Let's watch Mr. Harrison have a go. Ready? Sisha. Perfect. Guys, that was great. You saw all 10 coming right around, and that last one had that nice big extended finish. Now it's your turn at home. See if you can complete 10 in a circle. If you've mastered it, show your parents you can do it on both sides. You've got 1 minute. Go. Now, well done everyone. Let's move on to a different type of balancing. Martial arts has not just balancing turning kicks, but we've got to balance using a whole range of kicks. This next one is a drill we love doing in Black Belt Club. What we're going to do, starting our guarding stance, we're going to start by doing a single snap kick. Let's do it with Mr. Harrison this time. I'm going to call it and you do it together. Let's do 1 snap kick. Ready? 1. Perfect. Do it one more time. 1. Beautiful. Now, let's do 1 axe kick. Highlight how this is different. Ready? 1. Perfect, coming down from above. 1. All right, here's the first challenge. Do both without landing. Ready? 1. Snap, axe. I love it. Let's do it again. 2. Snap, axe. Let's do 1 more, just to get that balance right. 3. Snap, axe. Fantastic. You ready for the next challenge, Mr. Harrison?
Yeah.
Let's add a single turning kick, just on its own. Ready? Turning kick. 1. Fantastic. Did you see how we got that snap, axe, and turning added onto that combo? Let's do it again. 2. Snap, axe, turning. Let's do one more time. You at home, try and do it like Mr. Harrison, above your head. 3, snap, axe, turning. Fantastic. Okay, round 4. These are all our 4 basic moves. Can you guess what it might be? That's right, it's a side kick. Let's add that into our combo. So what have we got so far, Mr. Harrison?
Snap kick, axe kick,
turning, side. So this is where we're up to now. Let's give it a go. Ready? Snap, axe, turning, side. Fantastic. Did you notice the difference in foot shape? Turning kick had pointed toes, side kick the toes will pull back. In Black Belt Club, it's crucial we can do that. Let's have a go by the count this time. Try and keep up. Ready? 1, snap, axe, turning, side. Fantastic. Let's try it again. 2, snap, axe, turning, side. Let's do one more together. Try and keep up. 3, snap, axe, turning, side. I love it. All right, you might be saying, wow, that's a lot of balancing kicks. That's so hard to do. Guess what? This is just the beginning. Mr. Harrison, we've just finished white and yellow belt moves in that combo. I think we should add an orange belt move. What do you reckon? Yep. What's the orange belt kick?
Back kick.
Back kick, you know it. So let's give it a go. This time, you've probably guessed it at home. It's not just a back kick on its own. That's for normal class. We're doing snap, axe, turning, side, and back. All without landing on the same leg. Ready, Mr. Harrison? And 1, snap, axe, turning, side, and back kick. Oh, that's good. That was so good. He kept that balance. He pulled it together. Well done. What are we up to now? We must be up to green belt. What's a green belt kick? Yeah, you might be a green belt too. Reverse turning kick. So, this is now 6 moves. We've got snap, axe, turning, side, back, and reverse. Let's give it a go. Snap, axe, turning, side, back, and reverse. Oh, I did it all without landing. That's good. How did you go at home? Let's try one more time. Ready? Let's go. Snap, axe, turning, side, back, and reverse. Oh, you saved it too. I love it. That's so good. Okay. Next up would normally be blue belt. But that's a jumping back kick, so we're going to skip it into another balancing move. I think let's skip a few levels. Mr. Harrison, let's test them out. Let's add a tornado. This is our red belt move to the end. So we've got snap, axe, turning, side, back, reverse, tornado. 7 moves without landing. You ready, Mr. Harrison? Let's give it a go. Snap, axe, turning, side, back, reverse, tornado. Oh, he's done it. Well done. How did you go? Oh, let's see if you can do it with him. Let's give them a go. We'll do it slow motion and they try and keep up with you. And then I think we'll do one last round. They're going to race you. Okay, here we go. This time slow motion. Do it same time. Ready? Here we go. Snap, axe, turning, side, back, reverse, tornado without landing. There it is. Okay, final round. If you beat Mr. Harrison, you get his belt. No, you don't. Just kidding. Ready? Here we go. Ready, set, go. Snap, axe, turning, side, back, reverse, tornado. Oh, he's done it. Well done. I love it. That's such a good balancing move. Mr. Harrison, well done. You at home, well done. We've got one more balancing technique to come after this, but I think you've earned yourself a quick drink break. We'll see you in 1 second. All right, well done, guys. Hope you had a great drink break there. Now, our final kicking round. This is balancing round 3. We're going to create what we call the Miss Georgia Star. Miss Georgia loves this in Black Belt Club. If you've done one of her lessons before, you'll know she does this one a fair bit. This is really fun. In a Miss Georgia Star, you have to build your own star. Pretend you're playing Super Mario. What you've got to do, create a star using only side kicks. So Mr. Harrison, let's show them how it's done. We're going to do a low side kick to one side, a low to the other, middle to one side, middle to the other, and a high in the middle to finish. Let's try one more time. It's hard to do 5 in different directions. They're not in a line. They go low, low, middle, middle, high to build ourselves a wonderful star. Let's give it a go. Low, low, middle, middle, high. Fantastic. How did you go at home? Have 1 minute. See if you can build a star. Go. Excellent. How did you go building your star? Good? Okay, if I'm not up to it yet, keep working on it, or maybe just try a triangle first. Now, if you've mastered the star, I think it's time, just like in Mario, we send the star away. So, there's a little trick to this. Remember what I said? This week, it's about balance. So let's do our sidekick star. We've got low, low, middle, middle, high, and send it off with a back kick. There it goes. Did you see it fly away? Guys, at home, how did you go? Have another go. We'll do it 2 more times. Ready? Here we go. Low, low, middle, middle, high, and back kick, send it away. All right, we're gonna do it 1 more time. Let's make Miss Georgia proud. This is the Miss Georgia Mario star. Let's give it a go. Low, low, middle, middle, high, and back kick. I reckon Miss Georgia will be so proud of that. That was amazing. How did you go at home? Did you keep your balance? Now, guys, remember, this was Black Belt Club, online learning, class 1. You guys have done amazing keeping up with all of that. There's a lot of technical skill in there. If there was something that you found hard to follow along, remember, rewind it. In a normal Black Belt Club class, you're not taught all of the Black Belt Club pattern. You're learning part of it at a time. A little section, week by week, to build your overall knowledge. Don't get overwhelmed thinking, I've got to do what Mr. Harrison did. Mr. Harrison, how many years have you been doing Taekwondo for?
8 years.
8 years. So you're not meant to do what he's doing after 8 years of training today. So guys, take your time, build it up, have a little bit of fun in your session, and work on achieving a goal. If you didn't quite get it today, maybe you rewatch it tomorrow and you can improve then. Well done, everyone. Thank you for joining us today, Mr. Harrison. Awesome to have you. Good luck training at home, everyone. See you next time.